Hey, it's Neil from LRA here. I'm going to give you a little tour of some of the expansion TCIs we've made to further enhance our complete collections Volume 1 and 2. So I've made a neat little folder here of all the expansion ones. So some of these are distributed between CC1 and CC2. All that information can be found online at our website, liveandaudio.com. But I'm going to give you a little tour now. I'm really proud of these. I think they've come out really nice, and I'll give you some insider info on what the drums are and all that kind of stuff. So the first one we've got here is the B&G Crux tuned to D. So like always with LRA TCIs, you've got a range of mic positions you can select by clicking the grey pane above the name of the TCI file on trigger. So I'll just quickly scroll through these, give you a quick tour. We've got Dynamic 1, Dynamic 2. So that first one's an SEVX7, second one is an old Beta 57. Condenser 1. Condenser 1 is a Austrian Audio OC7. Bottom mic in this case is a old Sennheiser 441. The overheads are a pair of Coles 4038s, high overheads, and a pair of JZ VX67s. And then you've got a mono mic, which has got a cool trashy quality. You've got mid room, which is a R88 ribbon mic. You've got wide room, which is a pair of 414s. You've got far room, which is an old Bang & Olufsen ribbon mic. And then you've got a blend room, which is all of them together. So if I do a quick scroll through, you'll hear it gets further and further away as you play. It's pretty cool. Sounds awesome. And obviously if you start blending them together, we've got our signature dynamic, expressive, organic, naturalistic drum samples. I know it's a bit of an oxymoron to say naturalistic drum samples, but that's kind of who we are. So that's the B&G Crux. That comes in a G and a D tunings. So the G is a bit more cranked up. This is actually a really cool snare. It's an A&F Ankh, which is a hand-hammered bronze snare. It's basically the A&F equivalent of a bell brass. So it's very expensive. And it's kind of quirky and weird. It's not, I don't think the consistency of build quality is up there with bell brass, like a Tama bell brass, but it's a cool, interesting, quirky drum. And there's not many of them, which is pretty cool. Next up, we've got a Beethoven Shadowfax, which is our nickname for Black Beauties. The difference here is it's a 5-inch. It's a 5-inch Black Beauty. Previously, we sampled a 6.5 and an 8, so this is something a bit different. It's got die-cast hoops, and yeah, it's a pretty cool drum. This comes in two flavours, tuned to A and E. E is obviously way more damp than A. It's pretty cool. I think this is a real highlight. This is a really unusual drum. This is a Ludwig Colosseum aluminium vented. It's called a slotted snare. So basically, it's a 3mm thick aluminium shell, but it's basically two shells held together by the lugs, and it's pretty unusual. Super aggressive. We've got a low tuning in D. And that absolutely ridiculous, almost like timbali-esque tonality to that. Really cool drum. Really distinctive. Next up, we've got Next up we've got a German flagship piccolo. So this is a Horse Link brass piccolo from, I think they're like early 80s. Super cool drum, amongst the most unbelievably loud drums I've ever had in my studio. Has a cool vibe. I think we've actually been a little polite with it, if anything. I feel like we could have hit it harder. That comes in two tunings, a D and a G. That G is absolutely cranked. It sounds amazing. So I know for a fact this is an expansion. This is in CC1. And this is one of our, like, for all the gang that have worked on LRA stuff, we call it the Globomax Cast Irony. It's Worldmax, who are a budget drum company. We call it Cast Irony because, ironically, it sounds absolutely mental. It sounds so good. And this is like a couple of £100 snare drum that just smokes nearly everything that it goes near. It's got a really thick cast steel shell. We've modified it to have a trick throw off. I think it's trick throw off thing, and die casts. It sounds absolutely amazing, like an unbelievable drum. Next up we've got the Pacific Mystery. It's called a mystery because it's a signature snare drum from a drummer that none of us had ever heard of. No offence if you were that drummer, but we've never heard of you. It's pretty cool. It's a aluminium snare with venting. So yeah, it's pretty unusual. It's cool. It's really dry. I really like that drum. This one's one of my favourites. It's the Pearl Free Floater aluminium 14x8. And I think this snare sounds amazing. It's super aggressive, love it. We did that in D and E. I mean, if you need to cut through a mix, there's your one. This one's a fun one. Really low tuned, loads of overtones, pretty gross, but you know, it's a cool idea and it's fun to have that in your arsenal. So this is an expansion for CC2. This is the hard maple, which is an AOT, a 90s AOT maple drum with maple hoops. There's something about how hard the wood is and how they made it. It sounds so metallic. I would swear that's like a steel snare. It sounds amazing. Here's another one of these kind of like budget secret sauce ones. This is the Snare X Phosphorus, which is a Mapex, and it's not phosphor bronze from when the Black Beauty lineup first came out. It's tuned pretty low. It's damped. It's got cool weight to it. Tuned up a bit. Less dampening, very cool. So Sphere Evergreen. So basically we've now done so many Tama drums that I've decided to give them different names for the different lines because it's just overkill of Tama. But things Tama make probably the best drums. So Sphere, I think Tama actually might mean, I can't remember what Tama means, but I've found Sphere to kind of be a good shout for it. Evergreen is a spruce starphonic, and this drum is just unreal. So we've done 3 tunings of this one. A sharp, D and G. Bit more dampening on that one. And then a really low one. Just so cool, man. Such a cool drum. We also did the stuff like steel. It's a limited edition 14x8. Amazing drum. The Straya is an Australian brand called SIA, S-I-A, and this is a Jara stave. It's pretty cool drum. And TKO is another And there's another Tama line. This is their SLP line, Sound Lab Projects. And this is possibly one of the cheapest drums we've done. It's a 14x8 steel, big black steel thing, and it's amazing. Yeah, this is cool snare. I really like this one. Crazy cheap. And then the last two we've got here, the Workhorse. So that's our code name for DW. The Charm and the Hex. They're both 13-inch drums. This is a cool one. It's a little maple thing from, it's a black label one, so I don't know how old it is, but it's pretty old as less than that. It's cool as hell. And then possibly my favourite one we've done, the expansion. It's a cast aluminium 13x6. Just so cool. And it really loves this kind of tuning, so we did an A and a B, similar area. One open, one slightly more damped. Yeah, amazing, super cool. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoy the expansions. Drop us messages, smash like, smash subscribe, comment, tell me your favourites, or the ones you think suck and how much you hate me. Any of those things are great engagement. Thank you very much.